A very good morning, Anna. Thanks for tuning into the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us start the news bulletin with the headlines. Government taking message of importance of optimum nutrition to every household in the country. National Nutrition Month being observed all through September. Prime Minister Modi to interact with 24 lakh Anganwadi and health workers through his app today. India joins elite group of countries having air-to-air refueling system for military planes. First ever mid-air refueling of indigenously developed light combat aircraft Tejas carried out at an altitude of 20,000 feet. Waste management, the most serious challenge, says National Green Tribunal. Appoints 3 committees to monitor disposal of garbage in eco-friendly manner across the country. Says absolutely mandatory for every state to follow solid waste management rules 2016 in letter and spirit. Russia and China to launch the biggest military exercise in Russia since 1981. Vostok 2018 to involve nearly 3 lakh troops and close to 40,000 planes, helicopters, drones, tanks and other vehicles. Exercise ahead of the proposed meeting between Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping. And shuttler PV Sindhu looks to break her final jinx when she competes at the Japan Open beginning today. Sindhu has had an outstanding season with silver medals in all the events this year. Our top story this morning, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with the 24 lakh accredited social health activists, auxiliary nurse, midwives, Anganwadi and health workers through his app today. Now, this is part of the Rashtriya Poshan Month or the National Nutrition Month. Apart from them, the Prime Minister will also interact with some beneficiaries. September is being observed as the Nutrition Month, which is aimed at promoting antenatal care, breastfeeding, fighting anemia, conveying messages about the importance of nutrition for the girls and the right age of marriage, importance of growth monitoring and promoting hygiene and sanitation. The Prime Minister had earlier held several editions of interactions, including with the beneficiaries of women's self-help groups under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihoods Mission. Under Roshan Abhiyan, the government had fixed targets to reduce stunning, undernutrition, anemia and reduce low birth weight. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina on Monday inaugurated 3 Indo-Bangladesh joint venture projects through video conferencing. The projects are Kulora Shahjapur section, rehabilitation of a Bangladesh railway and several connectivity and power transmission. And speaking on the occasion through video conferencing, Prime Minister Modi said that the last couple of years, India and Bangladesh have worked towards increasing connectivity and the connectivity has vastly improved in the railway sector as well. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Tripura Chief Minister Biplav Kumar Dev were also present at the occasion.
मैंने पहले भी कई बार कहा है कि पड़ोसी देशों के लीडर्स के साथ पड़ोसी जैसे ही संबंध होने चाहिए। जब मन किया तो बात होनी चाहिए, जब चाहे विजिट होने चाहिए। इन सब विषयों पर हमें प्रोटोकॉल के बंधन में नहीं रहना चाहिए और यह निकटता प्रधानमंत्री शेख हसीना जी के साथ मेरे संपर्क में साफ साफ दिखाई देती है। आज हमने अपनी पावर कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ाई है और रेलवे कनेक्टिविटी को और अधिक गहन करने के लिए 2 प्रोजेक्ट शुरू किए हैं।
বাংলাদেশের বিষয়ে সবসময় যে ঐক্যবদ্ধ হয় গণমত নির্বিশেষে এটাই প্রমাণ হয়েছে। কাজে সেজন্য ভারতের পার্লামেন্টের সকল সদস্যকে আমি আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাই এবং কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাই। সেই সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আমাদের অন্যান্য সমস্যাগুলিও আমরা সমাধান করতে সক্ষম হয়েছি। কাজে আমরা আশা করি আমাদের এই বন্ধুত্ব অটুট থাকবে। আমি সবাইকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি এবং আগামীতে আমি আশা করি যে আমরা এই দুই দেশের জনগণের সামনে আর অনেক অনেক নতুন সহযোগিতার ক্ষেত্রে বাস্তবায়ন করে তাদের সামনে উপস্থিত হতে পারবো।
We have always been joined together by geography and culture. Today, we will be joined even closer together by electric power and railway lines. Once again, this is a historic day for the friendship between our peoples. I congratulate all those associated with these projects and thank our leaders once again for their guidance in this regard.
And on to some other news. So the first ever mid-air refueling of the indigenously developed light combat aircraft Tejas was successfully carried out yesterday. The milestone was achieved when 1,900 kilogram of fuel was transferred from the mid-air refueling tanker of Indian Air Forces IL-78 to the Tejas LSP at an altitude of 20,000 feet. The task was accomplished with the designers from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited as well as the Aeronautical Development Agency closely monitoring the system parameters from the ground station at Gwalior. The speed of Tejas was 270 knots when all the internal tanks and drop tanks were refueled. And with this, India has joined the elite group of countries having air-to-air refueling system for military planes. And in a first such initiative, militaries of BIMSTEC member nations, barring Nepal, began a week-long anti-terror exercise at the foreign training node in Pune on Monday. The field training exercise are being conducted between 10th to 16th of September in Pune. The exercise is focused on boosting interoperability among the forces and exchanging best practices to contain terror-related activities. The exercise is taking place nearly 2 weeks after the leaders of the BIMSTEC or the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation countries in their summit talks in Kathmandu resolved to join hands to combat the scourge of terrorism effectively. BIMSTEC is a regional grouping comprising Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan and Nepal. Nepal government has decided against participating in this drill. And India on Monday launched a major project to establish a pan-African e-network to further its soft power diplomacy in the resource-rich continent. The External Affairs Ministry signed an agreement with the Telecommunications Consultants India Limited to establish a pan-African e-network between India and Africa. At the agreement signing ceremony, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj said that under the e-network project, 2 separate web-based portals would be established, one each for tele-education and telemedicine. The project is primarily a technological upgrade and extension of the phase 1 of the Pan-African e-network project, which was implemented in 48 partner countries across Africa from 2009 till 2017. The phase 1 of the project successfully imparted tele-education and telemedicine by linking educational institutions and hospitals in India with those from the participating African countries. Over the 5 years project duration, the project will provide free tele-education courses in various academic disciplines to 4,000 students each year from African countries. Further, the Indian doctors through this project will provide a free medical consultancy to the African doctors.
We will support our industry to invest in Africa. We will harness India's experience with digital revolution to support Africa's development. And today's e-network project is a manifestation of that commitment. This will also equip the youth of Africa to take their place in the digital age. We will work with Africa to improve their agriculture as well as address the challenges of climate change and adopt clean and efficient energy sources.
Sharing of expertise between India and African states in the key areas of teleeducation, telemedicine, voice over IP, infotainment, resource mapping, meteorological services, e-governance, and e-commerce. It is a very big and ambitious project. The project is also of strategic importance to both India and Africa. It is a very crucial project in the framework of South-South cooperation, and if fully implemented, would go a long way to bridge Africa's digital divide.
And on to some other news. Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari has said that the Petroleum Ministry is setting up 5 ethanol plants where fuel will be produced from paddy straw, wheat straw, sugarcane and municipal waste. He said this during a function. He said that this will bring down diesel prices to 50 rupees a litre and petrol alternative to 55 rupees a litre. Gadkari was addressing a gathering in Durg in Chhattisgarh after laying the foundation stone of 8 construction works on Monday. He said that India is importing fuel worth 8 lakh crore rupees. He stressed that tribals and forest dwellers of the country can produce ethanol, methanol and biofuel.
और हमारी पेट्रोलियम मिनिस्ट्री देश में 5 प्लांट डाल रही है इथेनॉल बनाने की। वो इथेनॉल बनेगा आपके क्या पैरा से, बाम्बू से, कॉटन स्ट्रॉ, व्हीट स्ट्रॉ, राइस स्ट्रॉ, बगास से, जंगल में जो भी होगा और म्यूनिसिपल वेस्ट को सेग्रीगेट करके वो कचरे से भी आपका बन जाएगा। पेट्रोल डीजल के भाव कम हो जाएंगे और 50 रुपए लीटर में डीजल मिल जाएगा और 55 रुपए लीटर में पेट्रोल का अल्टरनेटिव आ जाएगा। पैसा इंपोर्ट नहीं होगा तो किसानों के घर में और वनवासियों के घर में जाएगा। छत्तीसगढ़ में जटरोपा है, रतनजोत है, मोह है, साल है, करंज है। जंगलों में बसी हुई हमारी नॉन एडिबल ऑयल सीड, अखाद्य तेलबिया, हमारे वनवासी तेल निकालेंगे और रायपुर, बिलासपुर, ध्रुव में फैक्ट्री लगेगी और हवाई जहाज चलने वाली बायोफ्यूल यहाँ निर्माण होगी और हमारे वनवासी बंधुओं को करोड़ों रुपए की कमाई होगी और उनको रोजगार मिलेगा। यही भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सरकार की सोच है।
And in breakfast news, we'll take a very short break here. We'll be right back.
Nestled in the thick woods of Delhi's northern ridge near Malsha Marg, once existed the palace of Rani Vilayat Mahal, the claimant royal belonging to the erstwhile kingdom of Awadh. 4 decades back, Vilayat Mahal came to Delhi after being ousted from the royalty. She came here with 2 children, Ali Raza and Sakina, some guards, her greyhound dogs, gems and jewellery, carpets, collection of books and private correspondence as per the information goes. She began living at the fences of New Delhi railway station near State Entry Road in protest seeking rehabilitation. After she wrote to then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Vilayat Mahal was given to stay in a hunting lodge in the middle of the canvassing ridge. The claimant princess passed away in 1993, leaving her 2 children, Sakina and Ali Raza, in solitude and cut off from the outside world. Few years ago, Sakina too passed away. After demise of his mother and sister, Prince Ali Raza continued to live here without electricity, water, phone line, in his hunting lodge, his fortress. Afraid of the modern world, unwelcoming to the suspicious movers and withdrawn, Ali Raza died on September 2, 2017, with many thoughts and unrestrained melancholy for today's world, which he saw from a rather close distance.
Welcome back after the break. Now, a team of Election Commission officials will be in Hyderabad today for a ground check of poll preparedness. On Monday, the Chief Electoral Officer of Telangana briefed the EC about the preparations underway to hold assembly polls in the state. The challenges discussed in the meeting included areas affected by left-wing extremism, availability of polling personnel, and voter facilities at the polling stations. The CEO in his report has said that the polls can be held in the month of October. The State Assembly was dissolved last week in view of early elections, and the term of Assembly was to end in June next year. And BJP President Amit Shah will visit poll-bound Rajasthan today. He will be in Jaipur for a day-long visit and attend 4 programs organized by the BJP. He will visit the Moti Dungari Ganesh temple upon his arrival and then attend the various sammelans that have been organized, including the Shakti Kendra Sammelan, Prabudh Jan Sammelan, and a meeting of public representatives of local bodies. He will address party leaders, workers, and intellectuals during these programs. The Indian Railways is all set to invite private companies to donate their corporate social responsibility or the CSR funds to sponsor amenities for passengers on station premises through a dedicated portal now. Now, this portal, Rail Sahyog, will be launched today. The companies can use their CSR funds to build toilets, provide free Wi-Fi with kiosks for e-services for the citizens at the stations, plastic bottle crushing machines, steel benches and dustbins and other amenities. To encourage the participation of private companies and public sector undertakings in identified works or activities to be done under the CSR in the railways, a policy framework had been put up in plan by the national transporter in 2016. It details the works or the activities extendable under CSR in the field of environment sustainability, sanitation and cleanliness, such as rainwater harvesting, water recycling plants, social construction of toilets, provision for solid waste management, and the supply of fitted drinking water. The National Green Tribunal has appointed 3 committees to monitor the disposal of garbage in an eco-friendly manner across the country. The tribunal has warned that a failure to ensure proper management of solid waste will have disastrous consequences. A bench headed by NGT Chairman Justice Adarsh Kumar Goel said that municipal solid waste management is one of the most serious challenges to environment protection. He said that despite solid waste management rules that were framed in 2016, their implementation remains a problem. The Green Panel said that deficiencies in proper management of solid waste have resulted in outbreak of serious diseases in the past and are likely to do so in the future as well. The 3 committees that have been formed include the Apex Monitoring Committee, Regional Monitoring Committees and state-level committees. The NGT observed while some proposed plans say up to 75% waste will be managed through integrated waste management plants, the rest will continue to be dumped in the existing dumping grounds or the new dumping sites. It observed that most states have no plans to deal with the solid waste in rural areas and hilly terrains effectively. And the Delhi government has ordered a probe into the death of 5 people due to asphyxiation after they entered a sewage treatment plant in West Delhi's Moti Nagar area. The incident took place on Sunday afternoon while cleaning a sewer tank in DLF Green Apartments in Moti Nagar without any safety gear. The victims were rushed to a hospital where they were declared brought dead by the doctors. The National Human Rights Commission has also issued notices to Delhi Chief Secretary and the Delhi Police Commissioner over the deaths. More news from the national capital. The Delhi government has launched its doorstep delivery of public services with the help of VFS Global. Now, as many as 66 mobile facilitators have been hired. Now, these mobile facilitators will be equipped with all the necessary equipment such as biometric devices and a camera, And under the scheme, documents such as ration cards and income, caste and marriage certificates will be delivered to citizens at their homes. Here's a detailed report.
The Delhi government launched its much-talked-about home delivery of public services on Monday. The project aims to deliver 40 public services in the first phase.
जैसा भी मंत्री जी ने बताया कि अगले महीने 30 सर्विसेज और फिर 1-2 महीने के बाद और 30 सर्विसेज, लेकिन केवल ये 100 सर्विसेज पे निर्भर नहीं होगा। एक तरह से धीरे धीरे करके पूरी गवर्नेंस को हम चाहते हैं कि किसी को भी सरकार में आने की जरूरत ना पड़े, सरकार हर एक के घर जाके उनका काम करे।
To avail these services, Delhiites would have to call 1076, a 24-hour call center. Through the call center, they can register their request for a home visit or lodge a complaint. The 40 public services include driving license, caste certificate, ration card, birth certificate, marriage certificate and water connection. The doorstep delivery of services will be provided for an extra fee of 50 rupees. The Delhi government is spending 12 crore rupees on the implementation of the doorstep delivery of services.
जो मोबाइल सहायक भी रहते हैं उनके पास भी सिटीजन का नंबर नहीं जाती है, उनके पास ऑफिसर्स की भी नंबर नहीं रहती है। उनका काम यही रहता है कि उनका मोबाइल टैब जो है उसमें से ही काम करना है। मोबाइल टैब के दौरान उनको सारे रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाना है, पंजीकरण करवाना है, सारे आपको रिक्वेस्ट, पैसा वहीं से आपको कलेक्ट करना है और उनको सर्विस पहुंचाना है।
The Delhi government also plans to add more facilities to the initiative. The doorstep delivery of ration scheme will be added soon. The Aam Aadmi Party government has also set up a feedback system for citizens availing doorstep delivery of public services. Anu Diwan's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's get to some international news now. Russia is preparing to hold its largest military drills in almost 40 years, beginning today in eastern Siberia. The 5 days of military exercises will include 3 lakh soldiers, 36,000 military vehicles, 1,000 planes and 80 warships. The drills are the largest since 1981, when the USSR was still in a Cold War with the United States. The Russian military says that the massive war games known as Vostok 2018 are purely defensive in nature. Now, China is planning to join the Russian military exercises for the first time, sending 3,200 troops to take part in the drills. Chinese President Xi Jinping will be in Russia this week to meet with President Vladimir Putin at an economic forum in Russian city of Vladivostok. The maneuvers in Russia's Far East will take place as both the countries' relations with the US show strains. Let's get you some more international news. Here is the World Wrap. US President Donald Trump has received a letter from North Korean leader Kim Jong-un about seeking a second meeting between the two leaders. White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders said that the White House wants it to take place. According to the White House, the primary purpose of the letter was to request and look to schedule another meeting with the US president, which they are open to and already in the process of coordinating. At least 35 people were killed and 100 others were injured after a gas tanker exploded in northern Nigerian state of Nasarawa and started a blaze. According to the state emergency management, the accident took place at a petrol station along the road linking the capital city of Abuja with the northern and southern Nigeria. The European Union's Brexit negotiator Michael Barnier has said that a divorce deal with Britain could be agreed in 6 to 8 weeks if the negotiators are realistic in their demands. He said that it is even possible for an agreement to be reached before the beginning of November this year. Let's get all the sports news now. India will resume its overnight score of 58 on day 5 of the 5th and the final test at the Oval today. India lost 3 early wickets in its second innings while chasing a target of 464, which was put up by the English batsmen on day 4. Shikhar Dhawan, Cheteshwar Pujara and skipper Virat Kohli lost their wickets early, while opener KL Rahul will resume his innings of 46 along with Ajinkya Rahane. India need 406 more runs in 90 overs to win the match. Earlier, Alistair Cook scored 147 runs, while skipper Joe Root scored 125 to steer England in a comfortable position. In the second innings, the English side scored 423 for the loss of 8 wickets before declaring their innings. And ace Indian shuttler PV Sindhu will be looking to break her final jinx when she competes at the Japan Open starting today. Asian silver medalist PV Sindhu is expected to reach the quarterfinal at least, where she is likely to face the three-time either world champion Carolina Marin or the formidable Akane Yamaguchi of Japan. PV Sindhu, who has been outstanding this season with silver medals at all the major events this year, including the Commonwealth Games, the World Championship and the Asian Games, will be looking to break her final jinx. And the Indian women's team will tour Sri Lanka from 11th of September to 16th of September for the third round of ICC Women's Championship. Now, India is one of the bottom teams in the points table, along with Sri Lanka, West Indies as well as South Africa, with all the sides looking to make up the ground on Australia, England, Pakistan and table toppers New Zealand in the race to qualify for the ICC Women's World Cup 2021. India is placed 6th in the tally with 4 points with 2 wins over South Africa, while Sri Lanka are yet to earn a point. And that's it in this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching.